Unfortunately, there is little to no doubt in my mind that the next few months of the year will be very challenging for a wide range of business executives. I'm aware of large scale corporate restructures, redundancies that are currently taking place, and there's not a single industry that is not going to be impacted by the changes that are coming. And we're talking wide scale redundancies that are really going to impact because at the moment we have cost of living pressures, we have a low consumer confidence situation, business confidence is low, we have the highest levels of insolvencies that we've seen for many, many years. It is off the charts, and so the liquidators are extremely busy and companies are literally going to the wall across all sectors. I heard the other day that we're in Queensland expecting thousands to be released from the mining sector, which has traditionally been pretty busy, and we just don't always expect to see the scale of the redundancies coming from certain sectors, which in theory should be doing okay. But the reality is there's a lot of global economic pressures, national economic pressures. I think everything you're reading in the press, is really the rose-coloured glasses view of things. And what we're hearing in the business community and what we're seeing in the business community is very, very different. For many months now, I've had very senior executives who would normally not be released from companies coming to me, being outplaced, retrenched, very little opportunity to stay within the companies. And of course, this is putting a lot of pressure on households, and it has a flow-on effect from there. So what does this mean? You absolutely must have your game plan on. You must have your alternative sources of income lined up. You should always have your resume ready to go. You should always keep your networks fresh. You can never assume that you're going to be, on the safe side of the equation, because I think we're going to just see a huge level of volatility with the retrenchments. And of course, it's coming into the end of the year. And despite the fact that, sort of people look at the calendars, I can tell you Christmas comes around extremely fast. And that December and even late November, December, January period in Australia is very hard to execute any form of a career move. So, if unfortunately you're on the receiving end of a redundancy, I think you've really got to think very strategically about how you're going to get back into the market. And you're going to have to compromise, in my opinion, and you're going to have to look at a whole raft of different, scenarios that maybe you wouldn't have to look at in a buoyant recruitment market. This mid to senior level of the executive market has been flat for many, many months. And the recruiters have been saying, oh, we're expecting it to pick up next month, next quarter. It's not happening, and we're just not seeing the roles there. So, for the fortunate few who are able to get back engaged in the market, that's fantastic. But you're going to find, I think, for the vast majority, you're going to have to do a lot more effort to get engagement. You're going to have to really get your hustle on. You cannot rely on the advertised job market. We're seeing that is extremely flat, very few good quality roles being advertised. So you're going to have to tap into that unadvertised market. By all means, drop into my diary. I'd love to assist. If you are a senior executive who has unfortunately been restructured or made redundant, please come and have a talk to me, and let's see how we can navigate the way forward to ensure that maybe you secure a couple of board seats, you develop a multi-pronged career portfolio so that you can really weather this storm that is coming.